coming to sit down, however's comfortable for you. Legs out in front, sitting and cross-legged, whichever suits you best. A cushion or a block will be here for a little moment. Making sure that you can sit tall, so up onto the sit bones, tummy's drawn in, and allow your shoulders to release and roll down the back. So from here, just bring your awareness to yourself, to where you are within the room, within this space, and thinking about how you feel. Notice, just taking a moment to be still, to notice your steady seat. So that's where you sit, your connection with the floor. And be aware of your breath and how that is this morning. Is it fast? Is it slow? Do you feel tense? Or are you nice and relaxed? These are things that you can just be aware of and just set them aside for now. You're going to start to deepen your breath now, paying attention to the body. So the tummy drawn in, the lower tummy draws back, in and up. The ribs are drawn back, chest dropped, shoulders are dropped, and you're just going to sit tall, crown of the head reaching up. And taking a nice deep inhale here through the nose and exhale everything out. You can allow the gaze to drop or your eyes to close. And just making your inhales and exhale as even as possible. Nice steady inhale through the nose, chest expands. And steady full exhale, drawing the lower tummy in at the end of the exhale. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Again, inhale and exhale. And keeping this nice full breath, slow and steady, we're going to start to move. Inhale, raise the arms. And exhale, bringing it all down. And again, inhale, raise. And exhale, dropping down. And this time we're going to come over to the side. We're going to work on the core connection today. So inhale, reaching over with the arm. Big stretch through this side, keeping the inside drawn up. And release. And reaching over to the other side. Inhale, sweeping the arm up and over, taking a big reach from hip all the way to the fingertips. And then we're going to come back up as we exhale. Again, inhale, sweeping over, exhale, back to center. Inhale, coming the other way, big reach, exhale, sinking over. Drawing the tummy in, lifting the ribs. We're going to take a twist, one hand to the front, the other hand to the side or behind, and twist. So try not to lean back. We're just sitting tall. We're not going too far, no force, and release to the front. Inhale, create a little length, dropping the shoulders down once you've twisted, and exhale as you twist. Inhale, return to center. This time, inhale, raise the arms. Exhale, separate the hands and twist to one side. Fingers coming to the floor. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach. Exhale, twist to the other side. Inhale, reaching back up. Exhale, release. Okay, we're going to bring the feet forward, push the feet into the floor if they're not here already. Hip width apart, knees bent. You can hold on to the back of the thighs when we're going through this little sequence. I'll sit this way. And just see if you can sit up onto the sit bones, draw the tummy in, lifting the chest, releasing the shoulders down the back. And then exhale, tucking the pelvis under, rolling back. Inhale, reaching the chest up and forward, shoulders down. Exhale, rolling onto the back of the pelvis, tucking the chin in. Inhale, maybe reach up with the arms. Big reach, exhale, round and back, catching onto the legs if you wish. Inhale, maybe reaching forward this time, puffing the chest up, exhale, round in the upper back, tucking the tummy in, coming onto the back of the pelvis. Inhale, big reach, exhale, round and back. One more time, inhale, maybe reach up this time. Exhale, reaching back. You can hold on to the legs if you need to, or keep the arms reaching forward. I'm trying to keep the shoulders away from the ears. So if you can, you're going to lower all the way down to the mat from there. Try not to collapse, or come onto the elbows. Okay, so from here, squeeze both knees into the chest and hold for a moment there. Keeping the right knee in, let the left leg go out and long, and keep that hold. Inhale, reach the toes up towards the ceiling. If that feels okay for you, you can hold on to the back of the knee or hold on to the back of the thigh, or maybe not hold on at all. Bend in the knee, and we're just going to pull that knee across towards the left side, rolling onto the left hip, maybe allowing the right arm to reach out. If you wish, you can bring that right leg to straight as well. Drawing it all back into the center, bringing the left knee in, allow the right leg to go out, pushing the heel towards the floor. Leg could still be bent if that's better for you, especially if you feel it in the lower back. Inhale, straighten the leg. You could keep it bent here if you wish, holding on to the back of the knee, maybe reaching through the foot. And then as you exhale, bend the knee again, bring it over towards the right side. So you're rolling onto the right hip. That bottom leg could be bent. The knee doesn't have to come to the floor. And the left arm reach out behind and reach that left leg away to straight if you like. Drawing it into the center, coming all the way back onto your back. And then we're going to rock to sit. So rolling up, 2, 3. Now we're going to come all the way over onto hands and knees. So in the hands and knees, we're going to release the front of the body, allowing the tummy to drop down, allowing the chest to come forward and down, pushing into the floor. So you're still connected, still active, and allowing the pelvis to tilt all the way forward if you can. And hold here for a moment. And from here, drawing the tummy all the way back in, and we're coming into that flexion through the back, so a big round in the back as much as possible, drawing the lower tummy in and up as much as possible, and tilting the pelvis under. Okay, coming back to neutral, we're just going to take a couple of little side twists, so looking to your hip, so kind of wiggling, so one hip comes towards the shoulder and you look towards that hip. Almost like a dog trying to catch his tail. Okay, from here, coming back to center, tuck the toes, coming into downward facing dog. So pushing firmly into the hands, firmly into the fingertips, lifting the hips, backing up, drawing the tummy in, look to the knees, and allow the legs to come straight if you wish. Take a deep inhale here. And as you exhale, switch the gaze forward and walk the feet to the front of the mat. Chest lifted. Exhale, soften the knees, allow yourself to fold down, and inhale, rise up, press the palms together and release down. Okay, I'm going to go through using the moves of a sun salutation to bring us to other poses today. So they're all familiar, but we're going to work them slightly differently. The cats come to say hello. Okay, so inhale. Raise the arms overhead, press the palms, gaze to the thumbs. Exhale, forward fold, tuck the head in. Inhale, chest lifts. Exhale, step or jump back to plank. And we're going to hold the plank for a moment. So you hold your version, either high plank like this, tummy's drawn in, pushing back towards the heels, chest lifted, or on the knees, same position with the torso, pushing firmly down into the mat. And then we're going to lower all the way down, untuck the toes, and then inhale. Chest comes forward for a little cobra. Exhale, draw the tummy in, lift the hips back and up, coming onto the feet for downward facing dog. If you prefer, you could be in the puppy dog here. So from here, inhale, we're going to switch forward, step forward, exhale, forward fold, inhale, rise up, press the palms and release. One more time, inhale, lift up, exhale, forward fold, inhale, lift the chest, exhale, bend the knees, step back to plank and hold the plank again. So either holding it on the knees, holding here, or if you want to make it a little bit harder and you're already holding the high plank, you can squeeze the right knee into the chest, coming up onto the left toes, squeeze, and then set it back down. Inhale, squeeze, set it back, and lower. Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Okay, from downward facing, we're going to step forward with the left foot. Should have been the right. Inhale, rise up for a high lunge. And keeping the weight pushing into the back foot, we're going to take a twist here. So inhale and exhale, twist to the side of the left leg, or the leg that's forward, whichever you've come forward with. This top hand can be wrapped around the back. You're holding on to the knee. If that's a bit deep, keep the hands on the hips and keep facing forward. Taking the hands back to the mat, stepping back to downward facing dog. Okay, this time coming forward with the right foot. Inhale, rise up, drawing the tummy in. Big reach up. Exhale, hands can be on the hips if that's better for you. Keep the lunge coming forward. Keep the tummy drawing in, chest lifted. And then as you inhale, reach up and spiral towards the twist. Maybe reaching the arms away. Maybe you prefer to have the hands down. One hand's on the thigh, one on the hip. Keep the shoulder rolling back. Maybe you can look back. So from here, we're going to step forward. This time, inhale, stepping forward to the front of the mat. From the front of the mat, we're going to take the right knee up and hold here. So hold in, the tummy is drawn in, shoulders are released down the back, hands can come to the center, or you're going to hold with the arms up. And then maybe hands come back to the center for the reach back with that right leg. Bend the knee. So we're kind of in this high lunge again, but this time we're going to place the heel down and come into our warrior two. And warrior two, reaching forward, bringing the arm to the top of the thigh, sweeping this top arm over to next to the ear, and a big reach along the side of the body. Maybe you can gaze to that top hand. Then back up to the warrior two, and then turn forward again. You're going to come back onto the toes, back into the high lunge. So from here, we're going to take a deeper twist in this high lunge. Hands come to the center, so either take the previous one, or you're going to bring yourself forward, draw the tummy in, hands are coming together. Take the right elbow to the outside of the knee and rolling that top shoulder back as you take the twist. Maybe you prefer to have the arm wrapped. Inhale, facing forward, bringing the hands back to center or onto the hips. And we're going to do that step forward that we've done previously. Lift the back leg and come forward. Coming into the left side, lift and hold for a moment, working on the balance. Standing legs straight and strong, tummy's drawn in, shoulders released down the back. Hands in the center, hands raised. And as you step back, you're reaching back with that left leg, bend the right, and placing the foot down. And coming into our high lunge. This is when we place the left foot down, turn fully to the side, reach the arms away and come into warrior two. So for a moment, I'll have my back to you, taking the right arm to the right thigh, reaching that left arm over, a big reach along the side of the body. If it's okay for your neck, you can look to that top hand. Bringing yourself back up to warrior two, turning forward to the high lunge again. Tummy drawn in, chest lifted, shoulders released down the back. Hands to the center. Take that lean forward first. Draw everything up so you're getting length in the back here. Taking the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Hands come together, and it's that push, keeping this top shoulder rolling back. Maybe look behind. Maybe it's better for your balance to look to the floor. Back leg straight if you can. Maybe you wish to just wrap that leg round the side, round the back. Release to the front, taking the hands to the center or onto the hips, and step forward. Either take the lift or just step. So we're going to take a wide leg forward fold. So stepping out to the right. But this time, different from the one that we did the other day. Drawing the tummy in, folding forward from the hips. Maybe take the knees soft and bringing both hands to the mat. Tucking the head in and allowing yourself to sink into the forward fold. Maybe you can do this with straight legs. From here, if your hands are on the floor, you're pushing into the left hand and taking the right up, taking a little twist. Maybe you prefer to have the arm around the back. If reaching the floor is too much, you're just taking the hand to one thigh and twisting to the side. So you're looking away from yourself. Try not to move too much through the hips. Right hand down to the floor and twist through the body, maybe lifting that left arm up, maybe wrapping it around the back. And release. Turn the heels in, heel toe the feet together a little bit, and come into a squat. And just give a little rock here. So we did this the other day as well, releasing the hips a little bit. So from here, coming all the way down onto your bottom. Okay. A little bit of Navasana, a little bit of our boat pose. So similar as we started, knees are going to be, could be hip width apart, or you could bring them together. So it's always becomes a bit stronger as you bring them together, coming onto the toes. Maybe you prefer to balance fingertips to the floor, tummy drawn in, chest lifted, shoulders released. So you're not leaning into the hands, we're not collapsing here, tummy's drawing in, and we're sitting tall. If you can let go, you can maybe hold on to the back of the knees, or you're reaching the arms forward. From here, maybe allowing the knees to come up, the feet to float up. Again, you could be holding on to the back of the thighs. You could have the arms reaching out, fingertips to the floor. And release. Cross the legs over. Coming forward a little bit and allowing yourself just to shuggle side to side. And again, feet and knees together. Tummy drawn in, pushing down into the floor, keeping the legs squeezing towards the torso and the chest lifted. Arms reaching forward, and bring the feet up if you can. Stay on the toes, stay holding on if you need to. Those that you can take a bit further, maybe straighten the legs. Keep squeezing them towards the body, keep drawing the legs down into the hips. Coming back, cross the legs. Maybe reach a little bit further forward this time as release. One last time. Okay. Coming into your Navasana, whichever that is. Squeeze knees together, squeeze the feet together. Keep drawing yourself together. Chest lifted, tummy drawn in. Arms reaching forward, but shoulders down from the ears. And then cross the legs. And if you want to make a little bit more of this core connection. We're going to take the hands to the floor, just forward from the hips, draw the tummy in and lift the hips back and up and hold, and then releasing it back down, sitting tall. I'm going to take one vinyasa, so that is when we move through part of the sun salutation. Roll forward over the knees, hands to the mat, stepping back to plank. Hold your plank again for a moment, and then lower, knees to the mat if you need to, lower between the elbows. Inhale, upward facing. Exhale, downward facing. Stepping forward to cross legs, so lay your left leg, that's my right, down, and then cross the ankles behind and rolling over to sit. We're going to come all the way to lie down. So rolling yourself carefully down onto the mat, knees are bent and lifting towards the ceiling. So the similar pose that we started with, we're now going to do that a little bit deeper this time. So keeping the knee, right knee pulled into the chest, left foot can be pushed into the floor, it could always remain bent, or you're letting it come out long. Point both toes, all 10 toes, point both feet, shoulders down into the mat. So either holding on to the back of the thigh here and straightening the leg, or hold on to the back of the thigh and just allowing there still to be a softness in the knee. If you can straighten the leg and hold in, yeah, go for that. Those of you that maybe quite a bit more flexibility could take hold of the big toe with the finger, drawing the shoulder back down, and hold the left hand into the top of the left thigh to hold that hip down. We don't want to roll onto that hip with the move we're away to do. So take your option here, inhale, lift up. This could still all be done with bent leg. And exhale, release. And we're going to inhale and allow this leg to come out to the side. So again, this could all be done holding on to the bent leg. You're just working on the hip coming out, being aware of how it feels in the knees and the hips and not pushing anything here. Inhale, bringing it back to center. So either with the bent leg or the long, you're going to swap hold. So taking the left hand to the outside of the right thigh, the calf, or taking it to the outside of the foot. And allow yourself to come all the way over to the left. So you're rolling onto that left hip and maybe reaching the right arm away. Just really quite intense with the legs straight. So don't force that move, do it with the leg bent. Inhale, coming back to center, squeeze both knees into the chest and give yourself a little rock there. So before we go into the other side, lift both feet up towards the ceiling, draw the tummy in, pushing the lower back into the floor and reach away. So you could do this staying down with the shoulders and head down, holding the legs in. Think about this push of the lower tummy down, push the lower back into the floor, or you can reach up, either holding on to the legs, pulling the legs a little closer as you reach forward and away. Releasing it down. Squeezing the left knee in towards the chest, allowing the right leg to come down to the mat, and hold. So each of these parts, you could just stay there. So you could stay here as we do the twist. It's really up to you. Whichever part you stay in, breathe well. Lift the leg to straight, and if you wish, take the toe, so same hand to the foot to start with, because we're going to go to the open side, and then inhale, lift head towards the knee, so shoulders and the chest come up, head comes up, and release it down. Exhale, taking the leg out towards the left, towards the floor. So again, as you take it out, you could do this bend and could rest on the inside of the thigh, or If you've got the flexibility, you could do it holding onto the toe, keeping the right hip pushing down, hands onto that hip to stop you rolling over. We roll over when we do the twist, lifting back to center, and then swapping hands. So taking the right hand to the outside of the leg, so you could come over with the knee bent, or taking the outside of the foot and rolling over to that side. Should be with control. So be aware of how it feels. If it feels too much, especially on your back, don't go there. Bottom leg could be bent. It's less taxing. And go back to that nice, steady breath. Okay, so carefully coming back to center, drawing yourself all the way back up, bringing both knees in, and allowing yourself just to rock side to side there for a moment. Carefully coming up to sit, and we'll end there. I could add so much in, but we'll just leave it there today. Okay, so take a little time to yourself, a little bit of breathing, or lie down and relax.